Thank you for joining me, Ryan Sweeney, View from the Skies, podcast host, also vlog author here. I want to take some time to show you how to use work breakdown structure and Fishbone Diagram, and how to basically do a mission essential task list. Is one of 3 different ways to identify some of your skills. So here you can see using a PMI format of work breakdown structure, I focus on customer service, and then some of the sub tasks. And then I break down, from casting supplier, coding OV, central service, customers and operators. And I break down what each I have to do in subtasks all the way down to the most basic level, right? Interpersonal skills, when to get a manager involved, how to escalate, knowing who my customers are, or the level in detail that I have to communicate with them, so on and so forth, right? So it's really about breaking down and as we get into this, we can do it at a basically using, what you're familiar with the military, that's METL. So you have, let's say, operations, and then under subtasks, you have project management, you have problem solving, you have decision making, you have risk assessment or analysis, and then you break down the subtasks after that. How do you go about problem solving? What skills do you use? What do you assess data? Under that, you assess your personnel, so on and so forth. So, and then you can do the same thing, let's say, personnel management. So, and then sub to that is org and train development, maybe professional development / growth, organizational and personal growth, and so on and so forth. So you could do it with the mission essential task list as well. But here I'm going to focus on the kind of the fishbone diagram, and that is we're going to solve for why and get down to all the X's. So the traditional format is, some of this may vary a little bit, but it's personnel, management, methods, materials, environment, machines. Well, I'm breaking down in the military for you. So that's your S1, your leadership, your operations, your logistics, your safety, your maintenance. And then, I focus on just the first couple here, but, as a company commander, personnel, I focused on performance development. And what are the subtasks to do that? That's communication skills, both written and verbal. It's ability to coach individuals. Its ability to understand the formatting and how to help people set goals, and so on and so forth. And then, after that is training, organizational and training and development. So organizational development, I had to figure out where the growth and skill of each one of these individuals fit in the short term and the long term, in order to train the organization in and of a whole collectively, so to speak. So, and that took managing personnel. And then financial, I did have a few people with financial trouble, so I had to work through some processes and how to get them, just financial coaching, so to speak. So there's some coaching skills, again, interpersonal skills, so on and so forth. So you start breaking down all those subtasks, and then, and you have to have stories. So like leadership, decision making, problem solving, servant leader, if that's who you are, then you have to have stories that align and incorporate these. If you can't dig up stories that do, then it's probably not you. So, but let's focus on operations, right? So that's the bulk of what we do in the military. And what I said, project management here was a bullet. And then I said underneath that, I did risk assessment. And then how did I do risk assessment? Well, I analyzed my crew. I analyzed the weather. I analyzed enemy threat. In order to analyze enemy threat, I had to do cross-functional collaboration with the S2. In order to analyze the crew, I had to do a risk assessment based on flight hours and I guess crew skill, both hour-wise and then both feedback from other leaders. So there's a bulk of my rate of subtasks, when I planned that air assault. How did I go about planning that air assault, right? I went about and I had to analyze basically filling in the PAX load plan. I had to analyze HLZs. I had to use technical data and up-to-date imagery. Again, work cross-functionally with the S2. I had to plan route, assess the pros and cons of choosing this route versus that route. Have a decision-making point on how to jump routes if I came into enemy contact. I mean, there's a myriad of things you had to do, right? It wasn't just project management, it wasn't just planning. So the intent of all this is to break that down, subtask, 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 and you get down to that subtask levels, task of the task, if you will, and whether you're doing that via the fishbone or doing that being the work breakdown structure or doing that just military way and METL tasks from buddy team shoot maneuver all the way up to company movement to contact. Well, then you've identified your strong skills, and again you start seeing repetitively and score and information about all that. Then there you go. That at the end of the day, you have repetitive information, you have stories, skills that keep popping up. Then there it is. There's your answer. There's your solution. And then you can find out who you are, where your strengths are, and then find out what industries those match with as you start doing informational interviews. And you can go out there and kind of make this transition as easy as possible. So hopefully this helps you all. I appreciate it. Thanks for stopping by and taking the time.